जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आप देख रहे हैं इन्फो टॉक विद मोहम्मद ज़ुबैर शहबाज। डियर स्टूडेंट्स, आज का जो हमारा कंटेंट है वो ऑब्वियस एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से बहुत ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट कंटेंट है। और आज का जो कंटेंट है उसका जो मेन इशू है, जो मेन रीज़न है, जो मेन टॉपिक है वो है एसे राइटिंग। एसे राइटिंग हमेशा से ही जो है स्टूडेंट्स के लिए जो है बहुत मुश्किल टॉपिक जो हो रहा है, और इन वन वे और इन अदर वे जो है स्टूडेंट्स को जो है इस टॉपिक को अटेम्प्ट करने में जो है हमेशा मुश्किलात का सामना रहा है। इसकी बेसिक भी वैसे तो बहुत सारी रीज़न्स हैं, बहुत सारी वजूहत हैं, लेकिन जो आम तौर पर जो मुशाहिदे में जो चीज़ें आई हैं वो ये आई हैं कि स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं इसकी कोई प्रॉपर जो है वो तैयारी नहीं करते। और दूसरी चीज़ ये है कि स्टूडेंट्स को एसे राइटिंग के बारे में कतई तौर पर बिल्कुल भी इल्म ही नहीं होता, पता ही नहीं होता है कि एसे राइटिंग इनफैक्ट है क्या, और इसको अटेम्प्ट जो है वो कैसे करना है। और उनके बुनियादी जो बेसिक उनके मोटिव होता है या उनका जो बुनियादी पर्पस होता है वो यही होता है कि जो बस ठीक है ये टॉपिक आया है, इसके ऊपर जितने भी आप गप्पे शप्पे मार सकते हैं वो मार दो, और एग्जामिनर ने जो है इसको कौन सा जो है वो थॉरोली चेक करना है। लेकिन ऐसा नहीं होता है। ख़ासतौर पे ग्रेजुएशन लेवल के ऊपर आके जो है स्टूडेंट्स को ऑब्वियसली बहुत ज़्यादा जो है वो प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, और उसके अंदर 3-4 चीज़ों को बहुत ज़्यादा मेन फोकस किया जाता है, कीप इन माइंड। और वो ये चीज़ें हैं कि सबसे पहले तो ये चीज़ देखी जाती है कि इन विच फॉर्मेट यू हैव रिटन योर एसे, क्योंकि even the students do not know that what kind of this type of essay they have given. Obviously they don't know about it, और उसकी रीज़न क्या होती है कि उनको पता ही नहीं होता है, या उन्होंने इस चीज़ के बारे में कभी आगाही हासिल करने की कोशिश ही नहीं की होती है। आज का जो बड़ा कंटेंट है इसके अंदर हम इसी चीज़ के ऊपर जो है वो डिस्कस करेंगे और देखेंगे कि आप इनफैक्ट एन ऐसे है क्या, या ऐसे राइटिंग है क्या। सबसे पहले तो आपको ये चीज़ बता दूं कि ऐसे एक फ्रेंच वर्ड है जो कि ड्राइव किया गया है ESSAI से, और इसका मतलब होता है टू एक्सप्लेन समथिंग, टू राइट समथिंग ऑन एनी obviously given topic. When we talk about the essay writing, obviously as everything has some techniques, the essay writing has itself some techniques. And what are that techniques? Most of the students do not know that how they have to see them, how they have to follow them, or even how they have to understand them. Why? Because their motive is, as I told earlier, that just to write, to fill up the papers, to convert the white paper into the black or white, blue, etc. Their focus is not on the topic. The reason is that obviously they get less marks in this topic. Why? Because although if you make a little practice, then ultimately you can get very, very good marks in this very topic. And as far as my personal experience is concerned, when I was doing my master's in English, at that time I opt essay writing paper as an optional subject, obviously optional paper. So in that condition, at the time of I got an opportunity to explain all that whatsoever I learned at the time, and I got a very good opportunity to write, to explain, and even to mention my personal ideas as well. So first of all, they say I think so it is very essential to tell you all about the basic techniques of an essay writing. An essay, as I told you, that is a type of description, a way of writing, expression of your ideas or the one's ideas, etc. Always remember that an essay always based on some good qualities. And what are their qualities? There are very few people who know about them. So with the help of this my channel, I would like to tell you about that qualities to you and the students as well, obviously, who are going to appear in the examination, in the competition examination, in the graduation level examination, or even in the intermediate level examinations. This will be definitely very helpful for them as well. So always remember that the first quality that should be in an essay, and as well as a student obviously must know about it, that is based on unity. A good essay is always based on unities. And what kind of unities it is? An essay should express ideas, development, and as well as theme, this is the main topic. What kind of the topic, the essay, the object on which you are going to write an essay? What kind of that? And definitely behind this, there must be a very definite purpose. It means that a unity, that is the main point of the main quality of an essay, is that in unity, an essay is always based on the ideas, development, and as well as development of theme, that is the main idea, main point, and as well as there should be a very definite purpose behind this. Obviously, why you are going to write an essay? Is there any purpose to write out the essay? So obviously the purpose, that plays a very important role. And the second point is brevity. Brevity means that at the graduation level, when any person writes an essay, and he doesn't know from where he has to take a start, what kind of the length he should have mentioned. The reason is that obviously as a result, they just fill up the papers, the pages 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, etc. It means that they do not follow the limitation of their essay. But as far as the graduation level, the essays are concerned, now the university has mentioned a particular limit. And what kind of that limit it is? An essay should be in between the 450 to around about 600 words, etc. I mean to words, not the lines, right? So at that condition, at that stage, a student becomes very conscious that his essay should be in between 450 to 600 lines. If he will write less than 450 lines, then ultimately his essay will not be as appreciable as he desired. And as well as when he will exceed from the given limit, ultimately his essay will also once again will be considered as a summarize or based on irrelevant materials, etc. So in that point, the examination, in obvious examinations, the examiner wants to see that what kind of a limit you follow and how do you write an essay within the given limitations, etc. That was the second point, the second quality, mean the brevity. And when we talk about the style, this is the third quality of an essay. Style should be obviously simple. Most of the students do not follow the style, and unfortunately tenses plays a very important role, and most of the students do not obviously understand this and follow that. They say that whatsoever we have written, but this is, as far as a grammatical point of view, this is wrong. Always remember that whenever you are going to start write an essay, the style should be very simple. You should take a very simple style, and then dignified. Obviously the style should be dignified. Dignified be in shape. It is the base, it should be based on simple language as well, and there will be, as I earlier told you, that there must be a very definite purpose behind this. So one should not need to use very high type of vocabulary as well. If ultimately you will use a very high vocabulary, it might be possible that the examiners to whom you are going to write an essay may remain unable to understand that language or the words or vocabulary, etc. So you make a cross in a gap. So whatsoever in that condition, your all hard work will obviously spoil at that time. So the fifth one, the style, as I told you, that is based on the just like it, that should be very simple. This is the third point. And order, obviously there should be a very definite. The order is a main point, the main technique as far as your essay writing is concerned, obviously. So in order to make an essay in a very what we say in a very proper form, there should be a very proper beginning, middle, and end. These three steps should be followed very strictly. Beginning, middle, and end. Whatsoever you are going to write, that should be corrected with the middle, and then your middle and the beginning should be based on your ending, obviously. And then when we say the conclusion, obviously that is be expressed in the end of the essay. So that should be very clear, and that should be based on the subject, the thought of the subject, and as well as the treatment of the subjects, etc. And the last and the most important the technique as far as the quality of an essay is that it should have a very personal approach. If a person who writes an essay, he does not mention his personal approach, it means that his essay is not as powerful as it should be. So the personal approach injects additional marks in an essay writing. Now, I do hope that you have understood about the qualities of an essay very clearly now. Now we talk about the types of the essays. Dear students, always remember that there are 5 types of essays in English. Number 1, narrative essays. Narrative essays are those essays who are based on some narrations. It means to whom you talk about, to whom you have some experience, you have observed them, and now you are going to tell, to inform the other people about, through your narrations, through your talk, to your ideas, and as well as obviously talk is a better word, isn't it? To narration, to your talk, to the other person. Historical building, just like historical essays, hypotheses, just like incidents, accidents that have come into your experience as well, etc. All about the planet. These type of essays are called the narrative essays. And one important thing that I tell you is that students do not differentiate about while attempting the essay as well, that what type of this essay is. Either it is narrative essay, it is descriptive essays, it is imaginative essays, or etc. The second type of essays are descriptive essays. Descriptive essays are based on such essays about which you describe, about just like historical places, like about the description that you see, you observe, and you tell about the other people about the very thing or ideas, animal building, historical buildings, etc., planets, things, etc., about the nature. All this, it means in simple words about any topic that has come into your personal observation or experience, and when you talk about them to the other people, you describe. And descriptive essays are always based on good, bad qualities as well. So this is very important element as well. Then expository. The third type of the essays are called the expository essays. Expository essays are also known as the explanatory essays as well, about which we explain. Such kind of these essays are based on commerce, occupations, trades, taxes, black marketing, just like the other topics, scientific topics, etc. That we observe. When we explain about anything, or such kind of these essays are called expositories or explanatory essays. And the next thing, the type of the essays that is based on imaginative essays. This is the fourth one type. An imaginative essay is based on obviously my imaginations, the essays on which we think if I would have been a doctor, I would have been a scientist, an autobiography of a bicycle, an autobiography of a pencil, an autobiography of a table or chair. As all these essays are based on imagination, so such kind of topics are called imaginative essays. And the next one, the last one, is the reflective essays. Reflective essays are such kind of essays that show some reflection. It means their reaction, like political essays. In politics, when we participate directly or indirectly, we get its reflection as well. In politics, in political essays, political topic, social topics, like the topics that prevail into the society, improvement in education, improvement in transportation, the government policy about the communication ways of life, and as well as religious essays and the philosophical essays. All these essays are based on just like the reflective essays as well. So I must say that whenever you write, when you see the topic, just like when obviously when you appear in the examination and you see that any kind of essay has been given, so you must have differentiate bit among them. Obviously, this is the first thing. And what are the technique? How you have to attempt an essay as well. This is the most important content as far as this video is concerned. Because it has generally observed that whenever a student starts writing on an essay, he doesn't follow the steps. Always remember, there are only 4 to 5 steps, easy steps that a student has to follow. He wants to write a very good an essay, obviously. Number one, the step one. The step one is that think about the topic. Choose always those topics about whom you think that you can write on it very easily, without any burden, without any lack of vocabulary. This is the most important part. Choose a topic on which you think that you can write, you can explain very easily, with a very simple vocabulary and without any hesitation. This is the number one quality, the technique to write an essay. Number two, always make an outline. Outline plays a very important role. Why? Because it leads you into a specific boundary. Why? In that condition, your essay will not become irrelevant. Whatsoever you will write, that will be based on about the outline that will remove around the outline that you have mentioned. And an outline, number three, an outline should be simple but full of meaning. Number one, and obviously full of meanings. And number three, this is outline about, I told about the outline. And number four is that an essay is always written in third form. It should never be written in first person, second person. It is always written in third person. Number four, it is always written in indirect form. Always remember, an essay is always written in indirect form. An essay should not be written in direct form. And number five, the most important, an essay is always written in past tense. Remember, an essay is always written in past tense. If any universal truth has given, any universal truth, just like the holy month of Ramadan, the holy prophet, peace be upon him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, etc. So these are called the universal truths. So the essay on that is based on the universal truth. In that shape, your past tense, the rule of the past tense can be ignored. At that time, it can be written in present form. But always remember, it is the rule to write an essay in past tense and in direct form. It should never be written in the direct form. So I do hope that you must have become clear as far as today's content is concerned about the essay writing, and also do hope that my today's video will definitely prove helpful for you as far as your upcoming examinations are concerned. For me, like this, share it, and as well as don't forget to subscribe my channel, and don't forget to write your comments. Why? Your comments are the very, very important as well, because your comments will obviously definitely show me that how you how did you like my videos as well, and if you find any kind of a curious as well, so you can express your queries in shape of your comments as well, and I do hope that you must have clearly understood this. From here till then, I like obviously to see you inshallah in my next movie as well, about with a new topic as far as examinations are concerned. Till then, Allah Hafiz.